In a shocking turn of events, Conservative leadership hopeful Robert Genrich has launched a blistering attack on Prime Minister Keir Starmer, accusing him of secretly planning to reverse key parts of Brexit and drag Britain back into the clutches of the European Union. Once an advocate for remaining in the EU himself, Genrich's transformation into one of Brexit's fiercest defenders has caught political observers off guard. His scathing critique of Starmer's government has reignited the Brexit debate and brought Genrich into the spotlight as a potential saviour for the Conservative Party. But before we dive into the details of how Robert Genrich is planning to take down Keir Starmer and protect Britain's post-Brexit independence, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more explosive political updates. Now let's get into the story. At a packed event in Essex this weekend, Genrich didn't hold back as he accused Starmer of planning a stealthy return to closer EU ties. He warned that Labour's leader, who campaigned for a second referendum on Brexit and backed Remain during the 2016 vote, has not given up on undoing Brexit's hard-won gains. "Brexit is an unfinished revolution," Genrich declared to thunderous applause, "and Keir Starmer is trying to drag us back to Brussels. I won't let him reverse the will of the British people." Genrich's words were a clear shot across the bow of Starmer's government, which has recently faced mounting pressure from Eurosceptics who fear that Labour is edging closer to realigning with the EU. Starmer, for his part, has repeatedly insisted that he will not take the UK back into the single market or customs union. However, his comments about maintaining high regulatory standards, particularly on issues like workers' rights and environmental protections, have raised eyebrows. Many Brexit hardliners believe that these remarks signal Starmer's desire to keep the UK tethered to EU rules, even if he stops short of rejoining its major institutions. Genrich's rise to prominence as a defender of Brexit is somewhat surprising, given his own history. During the 2016 referendum, Genrich was a vocal supporter of remaining in the EU. He warned that leaving would harm small businesses and lead to job losses. Fast forward to 2024, and Genrich has had a complete change of heart. He now presents himself as the man to protect the future of Brexit and ensure that Starmer doesn't undermine the country's newfound freedoms. "I've seen the opportunities Brexit brings," Genrich told the crowd in Essex. "When I was Treasury Minister, I helped create free ports, which are bringing jobs and investment to areas like Essex. And as Immigration Minister, I saw firsthand how we can now control our borders for the first time in decades. Brexit has given us powers we never had before, and we can't let Keir Starmer take them away." Genrich's tough talk has resonated with the Conservative base, particularly among those who feel that Brexit's potential remains unfulfilled. The free ports, which Genrich helped launch, are special economic zones where customs rules are more lenient and businesses are offered tax incentives to invest. They are seen as one of the major economic opportunities created by Brexit. Genrich has argued that these zones can help regenerate areas hit hard by deindustrialization and create new economic hubs across the country. However, Genrich is most passionate about immigration. As Immigration Minister, he oversaw changes to the UK's immigration system that he believes are a direct result of Brexit. "We now have the power to create an immigration system that works for Britain," he said. "For the first time, we can prioritise skilled workers who will contribute to our economy rather than relying on low-wage, low-skilled migration. Brexit gives us the chance to be the grammar school of the world, attracting the best and brightest from across the globe." Genrich's sharp attacks on Starmer's EU alignment strategy have gained him influential backers within the Conservative Party. Leading the charge is Sir ReesMogg, one of Brexit's most well-known champions. ReesMogg has thrown his full support behind Genrich's leadership campaign, praising his newfound commitment to Brexit and his plans to ensure that Starmer doesn't backtrack on the country's independence. ReesMogg, who lost his parliamentary seat in the last election, remains highly popular among the Tory grassroots, and his endorsement has given Genrich's campaign a major boost. ReesMogg even went so far as to agree to serve as Conservative Party chairman if Genrich wins the leadership. In a recent interview, ReesMogg explained his decision to back Genrich, saying, "Robert Genrich understands the opportunities Brexit presents better than anyone. He's seen it in action. He's the one who will make sure we don't go back to the EU. Together, we can ensure that Brexit delivers for Britain." ReesMogg's influence within the party, combined with Genrich's sharp critique of Starmer, has brought new energy to the Conservative leadership contest. Genrich's message of Brexit as an unfinished revolution has resonated with many members who feel that the Conservative Party has drifted too far from its core Brexit message in recent years. However, not everyone is convinced of Genrich's conversion to the Brexit cause. His opponents within the party point to his previous pro-EU stance and question whether his newfound passion for Brexit is a political ploy. Robert Genrich was all in for Remain in 2016, and now we're supposed to believe he's had a change of heart, one critic remarked. It feels a bit convenient that he's suddenly become the defender of Brexit now that it suits his political ambitions. Genrich has been quick to defend his change of heart, explaining that his time in government gave him a new perspective. Yes, I was a Remainer in 2016, but my time in the Treasury and as Immigration Minister opened my eyes to the possibilities that Brexit brings, he said. Brexit gives us control, and I've seen how we can use that control to make Britain stronger, more prosperous, and more independent. Genrich's toughest competition for the leadership comes from Kemi Badenoch, a vocal Brexiteer who backed Leave from the start. Badenoch has also warned about Starmer's potential plans to realign with the EU and has made it clear that she is determined to protect Brexit's legacy. The battle between Genrich and Badenoch represents a struggle for the soul of the Conservative Party, with both candidates positioning themselves as the champions of post-Brexit Britain. In his speech, Genrich made it clear that the stakes couldn't be higher. Keir Starmer is trying to reverse Brexit step by step, he warned. He says he doesn't want to rejoin the single market, but every time he talks about aligning with EU standards, he's weakening our sovereignty. I won't let him take us back. We fought for Brexit, and I'll make sure we keep what we won. Genrich's strategy for the future is clear. He wants to fully exploit the opportunities that Brexit offers, while ensuring that Starmer doesn't undo the progress that has been made. His promise to appoint ReesMogg as Conservative Party chairman, to reform immigration and to expand free ports is designed to appeal to the Conservative base, particularly those who feel that Brexit has yet to fully deliver on its promises. As the leadership race heats up, it's clear that Brexit will remain a central issue for the Conservative Party. Genrich's fierce attacks on Starmer, combined with his newfound dedication to the Brexit cause, have made him a serious contender. But the question remains, can he convince the Conservative Party and the country that he's the right man to lead Britain through the next phase of its post-Brexit journey? With Brexit once again dominating political discourse, Robert Genrich's brutal takedown of Keir Starmer has set the stage for a showdown that could define the future of the Conservative Party and the country. Whether or not Genrich can win the leadership remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The fight for Britain's post-Brexit future is far from over.